Good morning, folks. I hope you're all doing well. But yeah, finally the sun's back. How long it will last, I don't know. Been getting battered up here the last few days. I'm loving how the bike's turning out. After making that chop, such a difference, really is. Once to start getting some paint and stuff on there, the vision will, start to become real. So excited about that. I think pretty much all of it's turned up as well, paint and lights and things. But yeah, gonna try and do some van bits today. Keep the videos sort of mixed up as best as I can. So a couple of jobs I need to do today. First one being, I had a little idea. So because we're obviously sat in this spot not really doing anything or driving anywhere, obviously I have my solar system on the roof, which is keeping my leisure side topped up and good, so that's no problem. However, the engine side is suffering. I've had to jump start this twice now, and it's just because obviously it's sitting, the battery's sitting there, it's discharging. All engines have they all have some kind of drawer on them. One good thing that you can do is fit an isolator switch onto the engine battery, which disconnects everything. I would do that because that solves the problem. So you're not driving, you disconnect the battery, it stays charged. Problem I've got is I've got quite a few bits and bobs in there that save their settings, things like the stereo and all of that, and then when I go back to turn it on, I have to faff around for like an hour getting everything back to where I want it, and that is a pain in the arse, to be honest. Decided to try a different method. Spent about 40 quid on Amazon and got myself a little 30 watt solar panel that comes with a PWM controller. Now it's not going to make a lot of power. I think this makes like an amp or something. Max power current 1.7 amps. So it's not going to set the world on fire, but for maintaining the starter battery, I think it's a good little purchase. So I can set this in the windscreen or outside the van, whatever. You get quite a bit of cable with it. So when I am parked up for a little bit, like say I'm at a meet or something for a week or so, or current circumstances, I've now got a way to charge the engine battery as well, which is separate from this. I did think about running some kind of a changeover circuit from the solar in the back and down to there, but I just thought, it's probably going to cost about the same in parts, buying switches and wires and stuff, trying to connect these together. I might as well just buy another little panel. Like I say, it doesn't need to be mega powerful, does it? Because it's only maintaining one battery. The other thing I want to do is my little charging station here. Obviously, because I've got another camera now, which I'm using more regularly, I've got the USB charger for it, so I need to install that on there. Good thing about this one is this is the same as my old camera, so the holes are already right for it, so I just need to put it in. But also the tape hasn't worked very well as I think some people predicted. As you can see, the two that are screwed are sound, the taped ones are a bit miserable. Sort of fell to bits a little bit, so I need to sort that out as well. So yeah, a few little bits and bobs to get on with today, and then I'll probably make a start on the seat on the bike later, now that it's all figured out how to fasten it in. The only real jobs I've got to do on the bike now, aside from painting it, because that's going to be quite a slow, methodical process doing that, but other than that, I've just got to put a brace bar across where I chopped, because that's where the rear light and the turn signals are going to go. I've got to figure out some kind of a number plate mount, and make the seat, obviously, and that's about it really. other than that, it's all cosmetic. It's quite an easy build, this is. When I first looked at the bike, I didn't look at it like, oh, it's a Virago, you know, it's good nick, I can use that. I looked at it and I was looking at the certain points of it, and I thought, if I cut that there and change this here, it's going to be a completely different bike. And I can't believe how easy it's actually been to do. I'm so glad that I've got this to do though. I mean, I can always, you know, sort of find things to amuse myself, but having an actual project to get stuck into, I would have liked to have got a new van and done the transplant from my van to that, but I ain't got enough money. That's the bottom line. Because to get one of them Ivecos, you're talking, you know, somewhere between 5 and 7 grand for a decent one. And yeah, they hold their value a lot better than the 3.5 ton ones. Couldn't do that. So luckily that bike was there. It's given me something to keep my mind occupied with. So I'm still getting questions almost daily about stickers. I've got loads in the cupboard above me. But yeah, still got plenty of them available. These ones. So, you know, if anyone wants one, it's in the description of every video how to do it. But it's basically £5 on PayPal, but you have to send your address. You have to enter that manually. I mean, you can do the business one, so you can do it like buying a product, but then it's a 50p charge. So, you know, that 50p goes towards stamps and things. But if you just do for friends and family, £5 and your address, then yeah. I'm sort of paying my mum at the minute to take care of it for me, because her partner's a postman and obviously he's, you know, working. So he'll take them with him in the morning, so my mum doesn't have to go out. I don't have to be going out to post boxes all the time. But yeah, she's taken over the reins for a little bit so that I can still send them out. Quite a few people are still buying them, but I keep seeing it come up in the comments, so I just thought I'd say about it. Still got hundreds and hundreds of them, so if you do want them, then you know what to do. And I think what I'll probably start doing now is any money that I get from these stickers, I'm going to start putting in a pot, and that will be the fund for the new van. Well, obviously not the whole of it, but it'll be a help. I think that's quite a good thing, because then, you know, that the money for the sticker is then going into something that is part of the channel, I guess, rather than me just buying crap with it. But yeah, so there you go, little updates. All of these new things that I'm sort of putting into the van, like the LEDs outside, the strips for them, all of that, I'll have a session on Amazon before you see this video and link all of these new things. I've pretty much got everything off Amazon, so because if you buy it through that, I get like a microbial cut which doesn't affect you, but Amazon just give me a bit, so every little helps. Put that towards the van fund as well. But yeah, I think for the van, we're at the point now where it does need to happen, I think. I mean, I love this van. The idea of getting rid of it kind of makes me a bit sad, but the new van will be absolutely identical. It's going to be the same van, same year, same everything. It's just, instead of being able to carry 1 ton, it can carry 4 tons, which is a big deal. Not that I'm going to fill it 4 tons, because I'll literally, what I'll do is I'll park it next to my van and just transplant this entire van into the new one. The difference inside, it will have a higher roof. You can get this in extra high roof, which is about, I think it's nearly a foot higher. So everything will go in exactly where it is, but the cupboards and stuff will have more storage space in them. So yeah, be a win-win, and I'll have more room in bed as well. But it will be a direct replacement, so I'm only going to need sort of the purchase of the van and any bits and bobs that I need to do on it mechanically. But other than that, I'm even going to rip the windows out of this and transplant them. So the actual build itself should cost me next to nothing. It's just the initial purchase price. I think that's the best way to do it, because if I sell this van complete as it is, probably get a fairly decent price for it, but then I'll have to rebuy everything, and yeah, that is just going to cost a fortune. I mean, I think I'm about 10 grand in on this van with everything in it, plus the price of a new van. You know, you're going on 20 grand, aren't you? It's just not possible. Like, I can't do that. I could barely afford to buy that bike. So let's get on with the day and make a start by plugging in this solar panel, seeing as the weather's nice. So this is what you get with it. Obviously you get the panel, you get a set of power leads with clamps on them, and also one of these basic controllers like what Marie used to have in a van. So I'm not going to wire this up like properly. I think I will put this in the dash at some point so I can actually see it and use the USBs. These ones obviously going from the battery. This has a fuse in line already, so that's handy. It's just a simple blade fuse. So I'm going to plug this on to the red and black of the battery and then run it through into the cab with the epic Audi wire stripping tool. This is about as simple as solar setups go. There we go. So that's them two screwed in, and now I'm just going to connect this up to the engine battery. So as you can see on here, look, engine battery is at 12.1, which is not great for starting at 2.8 litres. Again, just two wires, red and black, and you go into the solar points on here. Oh, dropped out the door again. Again, so this is more of a temporary thing, because obviously I'm only going to need this when, you know, I'm not moving for a while. So there's no real sense in sort of wiring it in permanently, you know. I don't know, maybe I'll put this controller somewhere in there so it's a bit nicer. There we go. So that's all in, connected up. So I'll now go and stick the panel in the sun. There we go, that is the setup for now. It just runs up the side of the van and onto there. And we are charging. Next job I need to do today, which I forgot about, is sort out my bloody wood burner. She's a bit full. And also I need to sweep the chimney, which I've never done, so that's going to be interesting. Alright, so that's the ash cleared out. There's a lot. So I'm going to try and sweep the chimney. So I've got to somehow attach this onto these rods. I suppose I could drill a hole through it actually. Right, I finally cracked it after about half an hour of bloody trimming the brush. But yeah, there we go. The idea with this is I can get it in and then add other sections to the sweep. It's not even that bad really. Oh, it is actually. Oh wow. I have to go up to the top and do it from the roof. Not bad.
No.
I've never cleaned it the whole time.
You've not had it that long.
Oh, what, like 6 months? That's right. Chimney sweep works well, even goes past the 45. See how much we've got then. It's actually not bad. It's just the black in the bottom, if you can see. Just that little bit there. There you go. So a little tidy up of the log burner area. So, much better. There we go. No!
Bitch!
No!
She will. Now she's thought about it.
Is this the starter here?
Yeah, that's the starter cam. Just have a jiggle with the wires, mate. You won't get a kick. I like. You might.
Oh my god, the wire!
That's not normal. That sounds like no compression as well.
Funny.
Close your curtain. Stay on the phone. We are the monsters holding you still. We are the gallows up on the hill. Answer the question. Is God on your side? We'll be together. Weather rebel tide. We are the monster. There's no place to hide. We're under your bed. We hide in the dark. We are the monster, an army of one. We are the monster, a hole in the sun. You're the beginning. We are the end. Hold on.